Gregory Keene resumes with another chapter of the story from a room at police headquarters. To put it bluntly, at 9:30 this morning, I'm on the carpet for the events at Bolton Street last night. Jake Wolf and Franz Halder are dead. Hardly anyone could have polished them off but me. And the only point at issue was the manner of it. So here we are, sitting at the same round table of senior officers as before. Superintendent Roberts, a gaggle of assorted inspectors, and one very senior individual who can't seem to be able to make up his mind. Which came first, the NightShade ring or Gregory George Athelston Keene?
Just because we're up against a raft of tough European thugs, Keene, it doesn't say that anyone can go blithely about shooting them down like a row of skeets.
All right, Murray. Next time I'll take him on the wing.
Look here, Phillip Street at 9:30 in the morning's not the place to make witless jokes.
So sorry.
The established facts are these. Tom Cutts was roped to a chair, trussed up like a turkey to receive the treatment. You personally have a lot of time for Cutts.
With every reason in the world.
Let's stick to the point. Oh, yes.
You went to Bolton Street to get Cutts out, and you found him in somewhat untidy shape. Now, we have to make up our minds. Did you cut those two types down as they stood, or do we have to believe your story?
You know, if it ever comes up before the 12 good men and true, I'm perfectly certain they'll believe it.
That's the crux of the affair, Keene. Your whole manner points to it. You've spent a good few years at this sort of thing. We needn't beat around the bush. You're good at your job. It's the superintendent's view here that you shot Jake Wolf and Franz Halder and then set the stage.
Yes, but it's strictly hypothetical, isn't it?
Did either of those chaps recognize you as Gregory Keene?
The light wasn't up to much.
Oh, the chap's too shrewd to fall for that, Murray.
Yes, sir. Well, there it is. We're asked to believe there was a fight and you did your stuff in self-defense.
Well, hang it doesn't sound so bad.
When I got there, you could smell something burning. No one in the vicinity heard any shots. So we've still some men hunting about for a cushion or a blanket with 6 or 8 bullet holes through it.
You're not going to find it.
Oh, you took whatever you used back to Miss Reed's apartment and burned it, did you?
No, I did not. Look, gentlemen, it's about my turn. This has gone quite far enough. Last night you found Wolf and Halder dead. Each had a gun in his hand and shots had been fired from them. There were bullets in the walls, the ceilings, and the floor. Now, I'm perfectly willing to admit that I shot those two, but I say that there was a fight and I won it. Now, what's it going to be?
Well, that's about the size of it, everyone. What is it going to be?
Personally, I don't know what all the fuss is about. If you're terse because I'm here, a comparative stranger running about picking off your birds, then for heaven's sake, say so.
And don't talk like a fool.
Then let's let the matter drop. They were two verminous gangsters. They could hardly have missed the brass knuckles they were going to use on Cutts. Sooner or later, they'd have finished at the end of a rope, and I must remind you of that. And suppose Jake Wolf had recognized me. Suppose Huberman and Mignani were able to tie Fenner up with the CIB. Alive, those two could put us all back right where we started, just by passing on the whisper, Gregory Keene's alive and kicking. Fenner's one of their boys, and the termites are in. Am I right or am I wrong?
Unfortunately, gentlemen, Major Keene is right.
Of course I'm right. I don't see what's so unfortunate about it all. So, close your file on Wolf and Halder, and let's hear what's going to be done about Huberman.
Huberman has already risen to the bait.
He's coming in here this morning?
10 o'clock. Spoke to him on the phone half an hour ago.
Well, unless, of course, I'm under arrest for murder. Can I be present but unseen?
What about it, sir?
Major Keene, this way outside room.
Certainly, sir.
I think we can all agree they're not going to make any headway by...
They have to save face. They have to say wait outside. But they can see the writing on the wall just as clearly as I can. It was just something off my account.
All set, Keene?
All set.
Don't make a sound in there or he'll hear you on the intercom.
Right.
Come in. Hello, Felix, dear chap. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was on the phone.
Hello, Murray.
Hope I'm not making a pest of myself, but I thought you might be able to help me out.
Yes, any time. What is it?
You had a look at this morning's paper?
Yes, I certainly have. What's the town coming to?
I've been on the mat over that Bolton Street shooting, I can tell you. And that's where you come in. Can you give me a clue?
What would I know about it?
Well, I'll tell you. Jake Wolf and Franz Halder were both bad boys.
Yes, I should say they kept bad company after last night.
They were new arrivals, one of that small minority we've had trouble with. And it occurred to me they might have been on your security books.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Murray. You've drawn a blank. I watch the political sheep and goats. Ordinary crooks aren't much in my line, you know.
Well, no harm done. Oh, yeah, when are we getting around to having a drink together?
You name it. I can never pin you down.
I'll give you a ring. You know, it gives me a lot of face to be seen in that club of yours. Well,
Yeah.
Anyway, Felix, thanks for dropping in.
No, that's all right, old one. Cheerio.
Oh, just a minute.
Hmm?
Here's something that might interest you before you go. Do you remember that chap Finner I talked to you about?
Fenner.
Yeah, you recall the Soho tough I asked you for a line on one day? Chap I showed you on the yard file.
Oh, yes. For a minute it escaped me.
Well, a couple of days ago, there was another Memo from London. Fenner was mixed up with Sammy Rice, the character who disappeared here for months and showed up a week or so back. Just in time to get himself machine-gunned up in the Hawkesbury.
When was this? I mean, how long ago were Fenner and Rice together, huh?
Oh, well over a year back when they were both in London.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing how often you get links like that. Does it give you enough now to go after Fenner?
Plenty.
Fenner and Rice, eh? By genius, man. Times are changing. Boys are playing rough in Sydney these days. What do you say?
So long as they concentrate on each other. Well, off you go. I won't hold you up any longer. But do pass it on if you can get anything on Wolf or Franz Helder.
Yeah, sure thing, old boy. Paul, how's the one?
In you come, Keen.
Coming.
Oh, he's a smooth, murderous, merciless weasel, that one.
But not to look at. He wears the black Homburg like the Duke of the Realm.
Yes. Just wait till he's wearing the broad arrow canvas and the hempen noose.
Well, he's not wearing them yet. He doesn't look like it. For about the 10th time, Keen, where do we go from here?
You've got me, Murray.
He slipped through the net with his dope running. He was even too shrewd to walk into the house in Bolton Street last night when you waited.
And yet to heck away at Tom Cutts, even Carlotta Magnani came out of a funnel web.
Was she there too last night?
I had one quick glimpse as they went by.
Look here, Keen. There aren't any hidden microphones or tape recorders. You can take my word for it. Just my own personal satisfaction. Just because even a cop has to take likes and dislikes. Did you let them have it as they stood last night?
What would you have done?
Oh, well, hang it, I think I'd have chopped them down cold.
Then why ask me? Come on, if you go drinking with Huberman, he'll probably slip you a shot of henbane. I can guarantee you straight scotch without even a Mickey Finn in it.
Kind of early.
It'll do you good.
You're an odd curve, Keen, if ever I struck one. All right, lead the way. But by Godfrey, if you start getting me into bad habits on top of everything else, the commissioner will skin you and nail you high to his wall.
Henry Murray thinks he's anything fishy about me. I'll eat that thing he calls his hat, bit by bit. Come along, Carlotta, I'll see you firm.
Hello?
Carlotta, my angel, I have news for you. Tom Fenner was a friend of Sammy Rice's. A good enough friend to start hunting the people who did him in.
Which Sammy Rice?
Real one, of course, not Gregory Keene. They were together in London more than a year ago.
I hope you are right about that.
Oh, why?
I'm merely thinking what an exquisite jest it would be on us if Fenner was a friend not of the real Sammy Rice, but the man we made Sammy Rice. Gregory Keene.
But it was silly.
Perhaps I am, but it would appeal to a man with a devious and sardonic mind. Such a man as Keene was.
Well, it's too late for Keene to make any jests, exquisite or anything else. I'll see you tonight. I want to put Tony Ricker in charge of the taximen and play some music. Until music can take over, can it not? Expect me about 8.
Hello? Murray speaking. Well, how'd you know I was in the bar? Oh, I see. Well, what is it? Yeah? When did you get it? Hold on a minute, will you? I say, Keene, come here, will you?
Good.
All right, carry on. Who was the cable addressed to? All right. Thanks. We'll get back there. What is it? Nick Barnes was found floating under a wharf off Kowloon this morning, 6:30 Hong Kong time.
These people stretch out like an octopus. Maxim in Rome, Boys in Singapore, and now Barnes in the water at Hong Kong. Sounds like the refrain from a dirge. Well, I can finish it. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but the refrain's going to end. Felix Huberman and Carlotta Magnani. Right here in the city of Sydney.
A lawyer called Mendel emerges again in the next chapter of Deadly Nightshade.